My name is Riley Holford. I'm a senior this year and I play the saxophone.
I am Jornaya. I am in the 11th grade. I am 17 and I play bass clarinet. What inspired me to be a drum major was probably the dedication that it took, and I seen how powerful they looked when they were leading the band, and I wanted that, and so I got that.
I really enjoy helping the band, and whenever I was a freshman, I was really inspired by my drum majors, and it just made me want to stand up and help everyone.
My favorite part of band is probably Friday nights, or actually, I take that back. My favorite part of band is probably making copies. No, I'm just kidding. My favorite part of band would probably be when we practice, because I get to see how, like, the students, I am a student myself, but I still get to see how the band kids like improve, or like where they came from and what they're doing now. And then my most favorite is Friday nights and competitions, because the band is just so hyped on those days.
Having compassion for others and having a lot of strength, and you're gonna have to do the stuff that you don't want to do. You're gonna have to sit in there for hours and make copies, but overall I think it's worth it. So much effort gets put into what we do here. We're out there for hours at a time working, and I personally think that we need it, but even though it's hot, I have so much respect for everyone who comes out here and works.
I'm Cassidy Jennings. I'm the color guard captain, and I'm in the 12th grade. A normal day at practice, we get here around 4, a little before 4, and we do flag and rifle fundamentals first. Fundamentals are key to success. And then we work on a routine, or we'll work on marching, whatever the band's learning that week. If we're having trouble with sets, we'll work on sets. And we always break down the routine into counting sections by usually 8 counts or so, and repetition, repetition, repetition. Our color guard team works extremely hard. All the girls can tell you, we put in lots of hours. We work several days of the week. We may not like it all the time, but we end up doing really good. We work outside of band all the time, like usually 2 days a week. State years, it'll be 3 days a week. We build friendships with everyone else on the team. We get really close. It is important for them to learn from their mistakes so they can become a better twirler and marcher, and so they can help out other people and the band as a whole. And once you learn from your mistakes, you can be there for everyone else to help them, and you won't create a bad habit, because once you create a bad habit, it sticks with you. It's harder to get out of that bad habit. So learning from your mistakes is really big, and yeah.
Keith Sanders, Director of Bands at Atlanta ISD.
My name is Larry Brashears, and I'm one of the Assistant Band Directors at Atlanta ISD.
Hi, my name is Kristen Thompson. I'm a band director here at Atlanta ISD. I am the symphonic director for the middle school band, and I work with woodwinds at the high school.
My name is David Thompson. I'm assistant band director here in Atlanta. This is year number 19 for me. I help out with the high school band as well as direct the AMS concert band.
I'm Mr. Hale, and I'm one of the assistant band directors here in charge of percussion.
So I'm Mr. Allday. I'm one of the assistant band directors, and I assist Mr. Hale with the percussion section.
Monday night are our big rehearsal nights. We work on new drill usually and cleaning drill. That's the only night that we meet after school.
I think we start out trying to establish good fundamentals, not just in marching, but good fundamentals in practice habits, musicianship, marching, scheduling, making sure that we're prepared for all of our academic classes because we can't do these extracurricular without those academics.
Monday nights are pretty intense because that's our night, that's our longest practice night. We practice for 3 hours and we want to make sure that we get new drill learned, any visual body movements that we add, as well as stay on top of our music preparation. So it's pretty intense.
It's extremely important. This is the year for kids that maybe normally wouldn't march a spot to get out there and give it a shot. It's important for us to be building this year for the next state year.
So Monday nights are always important, you know, no matter if it's a state year or not a state year, but especially for a non-state year, you know, what we do this year is going to build into next year and determine how good we could be because these freshmen are getting experience that they're going to build on next year. That way they're not just coming in blind. So it's very important because, I mean, we're setting ourselves up for, you know, if we want to medal next year, it's got to start right now.
So the drum line is kind of like the drum set rhythm section for a marching band. We want to make sure we're always facing the audience when we perform. So instead of turning left and our drum facing away from the audience, we have modified the way we move so that way we can still perform to the audience and move sideways. It's called crab marching. I would say it's pretty much the same for every member. There's a lot to think about marching and playing, like trying to connect the dots there, making sure if I'm going from set 1 to 2, what is the music that lines up with those 8 counts, if you will, and trying to figure out how to best make sure the movement and the music are happening all at the same time. So the focus has to be very, very high.
Most of the time I end up with a pit, but me and Mr. Hale do a good job of switching back and forth and kind of hitting both sides, so I'm kind of all over the place. So the pit's really important because you get a lot of different sounds from the xylophones, the marimbas. You have some electronics like the keyboards, the synthesizers.
To any incoming freshman is to not be scared, to give it a shot, not be self-conscious. You know, high school is a chance for you to try things that you haven't tried before. Marching band being one of them. A lot of kids get into high school and they want to try golf, they want to try tennis, they want to try debate, and marching band is along that. It's all things that you've never done before.
To our freshman marchers, my best advice is to hang in there. You're gonna feel a little overwhelmed at times, but hang in there. You'll get it just like everybody else and you'll have a blast.
I guess the best advice I could give for freshmen is just to be open-minded, and it's different than middle school, and so be prepared for that. Start working on time management as far as, you know, getting your schoolwork done before everything else gets done, and just go into it with an open mind.